Hi guys, welcome back to A Minute with Odds, and today I'm excited because I have a special guest with me, my beloved sister Esther, and I'm gonna let her introduce herself.
Thank you so much, Audrey. It's a privilege being on your channel. I was actually on her channel last year as well, so if you haven't seen the video of us singing, please do watch it. It's called A Duet with Odds.
Yes.
But it's a privilege to be here. My name is Esther Jacob. I'm an author. I'm also an influential speaker, and I'm also a course content creator. I've published a course for potential authors, and I've also written 3 books so far, and I know that there's more books to come by the grace of God.
Hallelujah. Amen. Wow, that's amazing.
So
today I'm just gonna ask Esther about her journey and everything, and hopefully you guys, you'll be encouraged. Those who want to write books, that you would have a bit of information or just know someone that you can go to. I will leave her information, her Instagram, her emails, everything, so you guys can definitely, you know, check her out. Sis, how did it all start?
Wow, that's a good question. So I'll start from university, and I'll make it very brief in a nutshell. So after passing university with a 2-1 in business admin, with marketing, I was still in part-time work, and I was in my part-time work for 6 years without no promotion. And I was really frustrated at the fact that I wasn't growing in my workplace, and you know, finishing university, not getting the job of my desires. I thought, okay, God, this is a great opportunity for me to find one. It took me 3 years to find a job. So when we were made redundant in 2016, I decided to use my time, rather than me applying for jobs, to just do something productive. So what did I do? I started journaling, and then through my journal, I wrote a blog in 2014.
Wow.
And through that blog, I realized that, okay, there must be more that I can do, because I love to write, and most blogs, they're not really meant to be too long, in my opinion. So I thought, okay, you know what, God, I'm going to use this as an opportunity to write a book. But I didn't know it was going to be a book, and I wanted to title my first book A Year of Reflection. But because my first book took 2 years to write, I had to change it to It's Time to Heal. And what was I healing from? The rejection, my redundancy, you know, not feeling financially stable. Although at the time I knew I did have money because of my job, but it was the struggle of trying to secure a full-time job and balancing my driving lessons. And you know, there was one time I went to Hertfordshire to actually apply for a job, and I got the interview. The next day they said I didn't have it, and the journey to go to Hertfordshire, I even cancelled my driving test on that day. And my driving instructor said, okay, you're gonna have to move your test to another day, and I said I don't want to move it, and that's just another story in itself. But I'm a driver now, that's what matters.
And she's driving me around, so I'm enjoying, you know.
And you know, through that process, through the you know, through the rejection, through the delay, and you know, through the process of waiting, God gave me that vision to continue using my blog to write a book.
Wow.
So I've been able to write 3 books so far.
So can you just give us a list, the titles of your 3 books that you've written, and also where we can get them?
My first book, It's Time to Heal, was written in 2016. This was literally just after my university degree and my redundancy. My second book, Completion from the Perspective of Brokenness, I wrote this one when I actually got my first job in property, and I finished it within 8 months as well, while balancing off full-time work. And my third one, From Glory to Glory, which is very dear to me, which was published this year.
So yes guys, please do check out her books, you will be blessed. And I also have 3 of the books. She actually really does.
This girl's a supporter.
honestly I have read all of them. They are amazing, and definitely, you know, it's amazing how just by reading someone's story, you're able to relate with them and say, actually, I once went through that. So please definitely do check her out. And what would be the 3 lessons that you said you have learned so far in your journey of being an author and everything that you do now?
Wow, 3 lessons. Okay.
3 lessons.
I would say the first lesson I've learned so far is to have faith.
Wow.
Now, I know it may sound a bit vague that I've just poured it out there to you or just thrown it out there, but faith is honestly what has kept me going in my journey of writing. And the reason being is because I didn't have all the resources available to me at the time. So I was literally just using what I went through, and just had to believe and push myself to know that what I was going through was a strong indication of me writing my book. So through my personal struggles, through my story at university, through the seasons and changes of life, it's faith that has kept me going in this journey. A second one I would say is determination. So despite what tries to block you, despite you know the building blocks that are around you, you have to keep on pushing and persevering and breaking down those barriers. And that could be barriers of fear, barriers of anxiety, barriers of not feeling good enough. There was a time where I actually cried when I was writing my first book, It's Time to Heal, because at the time I was thinking I don't have any experience, but I was determined to still publish the book. And I said to myself, is anyone going to read my book? Is anyone going to be inspired by it? But I realized that through my perseverance and my determination, it really did come to pass, and I was able to have my first book launched. I mean, unfortunately I didn't get to meet Audrey in 2016, but she did come to my book launch this year, and she came last year to my event. So you can just see that through 2016 till now, I've been very consistent, and it's all because of determination. A third one I would say, last but not least, is I can say, oh Lord Jesus, let me think about this. Okay, what have I learned in the process? Transparency. Transparency is definitely something that has healed me from a lot of things, and it's made me to actually accept who I am and not try to change the game, because you know sometimes we want to kind of make life the way we want it to be, but until you're transparent with where you are and honest with where you are, you can't actually grow. So you want to get further. If I didn't have that opportunity to write how I felt at the time, then that means there will not be any book right now, because my books are birthed through transparency. My books are also birthed through pain, and they're also birthed through unanswered prayers. Now that one is deep. So I can honestly say for now, those are the three things: transparency, determination, and faith.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And I love the fact that you know you talked about how these books were also birthed out in pain.
They were.
But I want to know, during those days when you were in pain and you felt like giving up, what gave you the energy, or what gave you the strength to say, you know what, although I'm feeling the pain, I'm gonna keep on going?
Wow, that's a good one. So I'll definitely say it's my relationship with God. I feel like in my season of unemployment and just feeling like, what am I going to do with my life? I decided to be more committed to God. So I, you know, made more time for Him. I fasted a lot as well. I took a month off the social media fast and just spent time with God. I even took a month off not finding any jobs. And through that, I felt a lot of satisfaction. And I felt like God was saying I was enough. Even in my season of not feeling enough, I knew that God said to me I was enough. And also just being able to have like-minded people around me. I had friends that prayed over me. I remember one lady in particular, we went to Creams in Croydon and I was telling her that, you know, my book launch is done and I still don't have a job, and she said, Esther, do not worry, God is going to give you something. And I held on to that. And I remember she took me out to a really lovely place in Guildford. It's called the Tea Terrace. We will go there one day, sis. We will go there.
We're gonna go.
And I'm telling you the truth, guys. Since that day when she, you know, she treated me, which I was not even expecting, that day, I think that's the same day or the next day I actually found out that I got my first job. So with friends, and not just any friends, but good friends, you need them in your life, because they are the people that will get you to the next level. And she was someone that could really encourage me in my season. So
it's almost like they were celebrating in advance of what was to come. You guys were walking in the prophetic.
Right, we were.
How
we didn't
amazing.
Even know.
So you see, it's important to have people that feed you, that people that continuously make sure that your fire or your light keeps on burning. That's amazing. And what are the 2 tips would you give other people that say, I want to write a book? What are the tips would you say these are some of the things that you need to consider?
Good question. So I would say, don't overthink it, write it. Anything you want to talk about or anything that you have in your mind, just get a paper and pen or use your computer, Microsoft Word, laptop, phone, and write down everything that comes to mind. when I have something that I want to talk about in a particular chapter, I write it down straight away because I do not want to forget. Another thing as well is know who your target market is, and I cover this in my course.
Wow.
So actually I should give this as an opportunity. I do have an online course for potential and aspiring authors that will be looking to write their first book and publish it. So please do visit the website as well. I'm actually offering a 50% discount for the first 5 people.
Wow, you guys
email me on authenticwork@gmail.com. So if you want to know more, email me and I'll give you the code. But
you guys, you see, that's already discount.
50% is a lot, guys.
That's a lot. Yeah.
But just to, you know, support those who are actually looking to write a book, because I know it's not easy. Another thing is be focused.
Yeah.
Be consistent. If you can write, you know, 5 lines for 10 minutes, do so. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you have to write something on that paper. Definitely.
Wow. All right, so just a word of encouragement to the people, the viewers watching. Maybe it's someone, maybe they don't want to write, but maybe it's someone who is trying to get into that creative industry, or they have a gift and they don't know what to do with their gift. What encouraging word would you give them and say, you know, this and that? I like that, because funnily enough, I did mention even in my 3rd book launch that you don't have to write a book, it's not compulsory. But even if you don't want to write a book, find what you love and master it. So some people, they're really good at hair, and they are able to use that gift to inspire other people to also look good. Other people, they are still good at writing, but they rather prefer to write privately, whether that be through writing a journal and keeping it to themselves. No matter what you want to do, or no matter what the gifts you have, whether you want to write a book or not, you have everything in you to make those gifts work for you the way you want it to. Wow.
So for me, I initially wanted to be an actress, but it didn't go down that way. So I decided to do business. And when I passed business, I didn't know I was going to become an author. I like to speak, I like to talk, and I just merged these two together because I thought it relates very well. Some people, they may not know how to speak very well, but they know how to write. They may not necessarily want to write a book, but they could use their skills to benefit other people. So you may have a good skill at writing and you can teach other people how to write, but it doesn't mean that you have to write.
Interesting. And so what do you do if you are multi-passionate or you're multi-talented? How do you navigate and say, okay, I'm gonna start with this talent or that talent? How do you get about?
Wow, that's a really good question, because funnily enough, this year I wasn't thinking of doing an online course. I wasn't thinking of doing publishing services, but I realized that because of the talents that God has given me, I need to make all of them work together. So the one thing that I really focused on more was my writing, because if I can't perfect my writing, then I won't be able to write the course, because the course includes me writing. So there is so much possibility for you to use all your gifts to merge in one and create something really good. So
wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. And guys, I hope that you feel encouraged, you know, just to step out. And like what she said that whatever talent that you have everything that you need in the inside of you to birth out that dream, whatever that you want to do. So do not give up and just trust in the process, and just continue having the faith, continue having the determination, continue
and
be transparent.
Transparency is what will win hearts to you.
Wow.
When you are honest about where you are, it will really enable people to not just respect you more, but they'll look at their lives and say, you know what, I'm really happy that Esther, I'm really happy that Audrey shared her journey with me, because I thought I was alone, but I wasn't.
Wow, you see that? That's amazing. So guys, thank you so much, and all thanks to this amazing lady for just being in my video. And sis, so what upcoming events should the guys that are watching can know that you have coming up?
So on Saturday the 14th of December, I've got a Authors of Our Generation event, and that event is dedicated to all aspiring authors and anyone else that has an interest in creative writing. So I'll be interviewing the clients I've worked with throughout this year regarding all their books and how they found my experiences with them and Authentic Work as a company, as well as a ministry. So you are more than welcome to attend. I will definitely send Audrey the details of when the flyer will be out, and also the link to actually come through and sign up, and you actually would be able to win one of my books. Ooh. So it'll be lovely to see all of you guys there, for those who are definitely interested in writing a book.
Wow.
Saturday the 14th of December, 11 a.m.
Wow. Saturday the 14th of December, guys. Guys, do not forget, I surely will leave her link to her website, and please definitely check her out, her Instagram, check her out. She literally is as bubbly as she is like in person. But hopefully you guys, you have learned something from this video, and now you're encouraged, and God bless you guys. Thank and see you next time.
Definitely.
Don't forget to subscribe,
please,
and subscribe.
Yes, and also subscribe to both of our channels and the notification button as well.
Yes.
Where you can get the bell to actually get notified.
Yes, thank you guys. God bless. Bye.
Take care. Bye.